Hi everybody, I wanted to talk to you today about some of the books that I have been reading or have read over my life that have really helped me. I've heard that the older you get, the more self-help books that you buy, which is actually true for me. But I have always been into reading books that help push me forward and further in my life. I love reading other people's stories and what makes them tick, which is a huge reason why I started Tea with Jules, is because I love to know people's stories and how they do things. This is a small pile of books that I own, but I wanted to take you through each one of them just to show you what I've been reading and how that has helped me, and hopefully it can help you. I'm going to start with The Queen, Oprah Winfrey. This book is from her very famous saying, "What I know for sure." She says that a lot, so I think she knows a lot of things for sure. I look up to her so much, but this little book it's just a little book full of wisdom, things, subjects like gratitude and awe. She sort of talks about stories that mean something to her, people that she's met along the way, her upbringing, and it's just bite-sized little short stories, so you can sort of pick it up, open it up to a page and read it through and be inspired. Take you 10 minutes or so to read a chapter. But on the back it says, "I know for sure, your journey begins with a choice to get up, step out and fully live." And I think Oprah has done a great job of that. But this is a really good one. Okay, so for anyone who knows me, they know that I love me some Brené Brown. I've talked about her in some of the other videos that I've posted. This woman is brilliant. She's a researcher and she's researched shame and vulnerability. And when I read this book, I couldn't believe that I'd never thought about these things before, and how vulnerability and shame can really affect you in your life. And once you conquer it, it can really be quite life-changing. And this book is all about that. It says on the front, "Daring Greatly" is the title of the book, but how the courage to be vulnerable transforms the way we live, love, parent, and lead. If that's not a title that I want to read, I don't know what else is. She opens the book with a speech that Theodore Roosevelt has written for those who get into the arena. It doesn't matter if you fail. If you do it daring greatly, then you've achieved something in your life. And I just think this whole book, it's sort of like a life Bible. There's so many lessons to be learned, and I've taken away so many things from this book. But on the back of it, it says, "Daring Greatly is a culmination of 12 years of groundbreaking social research across the home, relationships, work and parenting. It is an invitation to be courageous, to show up and let others be seen, even when there are no guarantees." You must read this book. You must. This book I actually picked up in the airport on my way somewhere. It grabbed me because of the title. It's You Do You by Sarah Knight. She's also written a few other books that you might have heard of. It does contain a little bit of swearing in the title, so just be warned. Her other books are The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a F and Get Your Shit Together. They're her other books, but this one, You Do You, I'm always banging on about being yourself, being true to yourself, but she actually explores the idea of how do you actually be yourself. The question on the back is, being yourself should be easy, right? But sometimes it's not that easy, and you think you're being authentic and real and true, and in fact you're actually not. So this book kind of takes you through it's quite funny, some of her stories. She talks about herself a lot. It's quite light-hearted, but then it packs a punch with some of its messages. So this one is good if you feel like something a little bit lighter that still kind of speaks to your soul. It's a really good one. You Do You. Some of you might have heard of this lovely lady. Her name's Glennon Doyle Melton. She is an author, and she's written this book a few years ago now called Love Warrior. It was on Oprah's book club list. Oprah loves this book as well. Glennon Doyle she's a little pocket rocket. I've heard her on some podcasts and, kind of live chats, and she's actually really brilliant at communicating. And this book feels like she's talking to you. Like, it feels like she just crawled into your lounge room and she's just having a chat with you. It's basically her life story, how she wrestled with being an alcoholic. She also suffered from bulimia. She got married, she had 3 babies, her marriage broke down, and so she's had quite a life. And it's basically just her story of how she combated all of those things to come out to be a happy human at the end of it all, and to conquer addiction and to survive a marriage breakdown. It's a really, really beautiful book. It made me laugh, it made me cry, and it made me think a lot. So if you haven't already, jump on board and read this Love Warrior. Okay, this one, not only is it a beautiful coffee table book, but it's actually, the insides have a lot of meat in there too. This is a beautiful book by Garance Doré. She's French. I had to really practice saying that, Garance Doré. And she is fabulous because she's French. This book is called Love, Style and Life, and it's full of amazing little tips and tricks, from what to wear, from beauty tips. It's actually got a lot of interviews with people that inspire her. Garance is actually an illustrator as well. She's a photographer and she's also a blogger. She has a beautiful blog. She's into interiors. It's very lifestyle-y. It's pretty. It's everything you kind of want in a little coffee table book. It has a lot of things in there that you can kind of take away and use in your own life, but this is a beautiful book. It's a beautiful gift as well. This book is by Dr. Libby Weaver. It's called The Beauty Guide. Now, Dr. Libby Weaver, nutritional biochemist. That was a mouthful for me, a nutritional biochemist. And she's been in the business for 20 years, so she really knows her stuff. She has so many books. I think this is her most recent one, but it's all about beauty. But she talks a lot about getting beauty from the inside out, which I really believe in. How to slow down the aging process. Advice for healthy, glowing skin, hair and nails. Step-by-step guide to healing 40 common beauty challenges like acne and cellulite, dark circles under your eyes and thinning hair. She also talks about how to stop worrying what people think and comparing yourself to others, what to put on your skin, what to avoid. And this book is full of challenges, full of really amazing facts, so much information that you can consume, and another one that you can just kind of open up or look up what you want to and have a read. I've done that so many times. I'm like, oh, how do I stop the aging process? I'll ask Dr. Libby Weaver in her book. It's beautifully done. It's lots of pictures, lots of diagrams, and so much information in this book. So make sure you grab that and have a read. Thanks for watching this video on the books that I have been reading. I would actually love to know what you're reading. Please tell me your recommendations and anything that's inspiring you, even if it's a novel and not a self-help book. I want to know what you guys are reading. Leave me a comment below or head over to julessebastian.com and leave me a comment there. Thanks for watching.